Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It is me, Ian, here in a beautiful sunny Beijing. I have stepped into the shade because it is quite hot today, but I wanted to talk to you because a couple of weeks ago I made a video. It was an opinionated video, but I didn't publish it. Part of the reason was sometimes I think people with strong opinions can sound a little bit arrogant or up their own bahookie, as they say in Scotland. Anyway, I've decided after watching the video last night to publish the video and share it with you. We shall see coming up in a second or so. The reason for sharing it is because I still believe in the core message. The core message is one of understanding and avoiding conflict and talking about peace. So I hope you enjoy the video. Again, it's my opinion on my own words, just talking into the camera. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Meanwhile, enjoy the video. Take care. So your man Donald Trump said he could shoot someone on the 5th Avenue and he wouldn't lose any voters. Living here in China for the past 8 years, I can absolutely understand what he means by that. So what Trump was saying in the statement wasn't that he is because if he did shoot someone, then he certainly would be a criminal, be committing a criminal act, and so he would be a criminal. But what he is really saying within that statement is that many people would just ignore the facts and believe what they want to believe, or more accurately, believe what they have been conditioned to believe. Or if I'm being kind, to be fair, it would be because of their political, religious or their biased beliefs. People would overlook what was right in front of them, regardless of the truth, even if it was bang right in front of their eyes. Another way to put it, I would say, it would be a form of blind loyalty. And to be that blind in your loyalty, I think, is dangerous for yourself, but also for all of us. For me, blind loyalty is the stuff of previous ages, where people would believe in kings and queens and believe that they were ordained by God, so it gave them a divine right to do what they did, and what they did was not good. Or maybe of a bygone age, or even say last decade, where your limited access to information meant that you didn't know any better. But now there is more information out there, and you can take your time to dig past the headlines. And if more people just did that, then just maybe we can keep improving the human race, advancing it together, instead of generating some threat of self-destruction, whether that be the environment or some crazy war that's going to do us all.
You are the man who gave them the power to destroy themselves.
To bring it back to life in China, it's a good life here in China. People seem happy, relaxed and in tune with each other. There are problems here. Every country has problems. But here, in a population of 1.4 billion people, there seems to be a unity, a harmony, a desire to succeed against all odds. And I would never underestimate that. In fact, I would call it the embodiment of the American dream. And it's an odd statement to say that, and I know that I'm going to get nailed for it in the comments below, because I'm using the comment of the American dream. And you know, how dare another country have a dream of wanting a good life, another population having that dream, as if it's just exclusive to America. It's nonsense. As I said, it's a good life here in China, but you won't want to believe that no matter what I tell you. You won't want to believe that there is another way. I would suggest a more supportive way, and I've experienced that here in China, a way that helps people reach for that dream, you know, the American dream, China dream. It's all the same. I can share with you fantastic metro systems that are not expensive, and parks that are fun and full of people enjoying their community together. But you'll tell me it's not true, even though I'm sharing it and I'm standing there sharing it. I can ride on a fast, clean bullet train from city to city and show you amazing growing infrastructure and housing projects from the window as I pass by on the train, but you will rubbish it and you'll say it's built on cheap concrete and it will soon collapse and the roads have no cars, so what's the point, blah blah blah. China's investment in Africa, as an example, is a business decision, and yes, it does gain some soft influence, but to you, it's a debt trap, even though Africa has been brutalised, colonised by other cultures for years, and they've gained nothing but debt, religion and misery from that. China has had no war for 40 years, but you call it the aggressor, because you're told to say that drip by drip, day by day. Watch for that in the media. Once you look for it, you'll see what I mean. It's all a distraction to keep you busy looking elsewhere and not looking at an alternative. Where you are right now, is there a cost of living crisis? Expensive transport, fuel, food, clothing? Well, it's not so bad here in China, and I think the Western media was calling it an alarming state of deflation. What's that about? Food, quality of food is amazing here, suitable for many palates and with influences from around the world, and there is an abundance of variety, choice and volume. China also has a deep history that informs its decisions, not a 4 or 5 year fake electoral cycle, swapping out leaders to give you that reassuring feeling that you can make a difference by voting. Even though the system doesn't change in your favour, you will still vote in hope. China also has a rich art and culture scene, and not everything was destroyed in the revolution to take everything back to point zero, as suggested. In fact, most of the damage to the cultural icons was done by the marauding intruders during the last century, or including the Second World War. And speaking of war, guns, crime, the fear of harm that stalks the street where you live, America, US, Europe, wherever it is, Brazil, South America, you name it, it doesn't happen here in China. I have never felt as safe as I have ever in any country that I've been in, like I do feel safe living here in China. And it is amazing how much freedom, that safety can give you. And that freedom, peace of mind, is just amazing. If you take anything away from this video, take away a desire to demand more, to ask more, and to fight for peace, to live in peace. This is me, Ian, here in Beijing, sitting at a beautiful park. Look after yourself, look after your community, your friends, your family, and above all, peace out.